Okay, so we're going to talk about repairing the power connector for the battery. Just in there, that white, where that white tab is with the two pins where your battery connects to. I got my Optic 6 out the other week due to a problem with my 2.4 GHz radio. So I thought I'd momentarily switch back to FM, only to, while I was trimming a model, the elevator on the model, so it was flying a bit erratically anyway, it suddenly decided to drop out the sky. Luckily it only damaged the propeller, it didn't really do anything to the plane, but that was because there was an intermittent connection to power and the power just cut out. So I haven't had that much luck. So it isn't just the cheap transmitters, it's the expensive ones as well that do have things like that happen. But if you know what you're doing, you can repair it. It's just obviously going to be a resoldering job. It's obviously come loose from the solder. Now before you open up the transmitter, obviously you've got the screws in the corners and another two up by the handle, smaller screws. You must first remove your aerial. Remove your aerial first, because that's because of this loop here. That means when it's in, it's joined. Oh, there you go. When it's in, it's joined to both transmitters, so you'll have to take that out for you to be able to prise it apart. Be also careful of this lead here, which is connected on the other side by these plugs to this circuit board here. The reason for that being obviously because you don't want to damage anything down here, or pull something out and then put it back together later on without realising that you've gone to all that trouble and there's still something wrong with it. And the reason why there's something wrong with it is because you've pulled something out. The two plastic clips on the sides have to be removed with a screwdriver gently. Obviously they clip there, but they come across both halves of the transmitter, so they come across both halves of the Optic 6 there. You'll get that off on the other side, and then it can be prised apart. 3 screws. Obviously keep your screws somewhere safe. I've got this computer technician kit to hand, so I'm just using that. I'll just grab that off the shelf. Obviously keep the screws in the pouch somewhere safe, but put them in a pot or an aerosol can lid, the top off an aerosol can or something, just so you don't lose them. The 3 screws here, smaller screws, need to be taken out. You can then lift that up. There's your power clip. Where you clip, you can see that's a little bit bent, and you can see it's all waggly, so there was no connection there. Should be a simple solder job. Might not even need to add any solder, might need to just reheat what's already there. I don't know. I'll have a look, see if we can focus a bit better on there. You can see the electrodes there just popping, waggling to and fro. So we'll just reheat that, probably apply a little bit more solder, and that's all that needs to be done there. We'll take another look back in a minute. Right, it's a simple solder job with the soldering iron. Just reheated the joint and added a bit more solder. That's obviously not as bad as it was anymore. Try and plug one-handed now. Try and plug this battery. In. Turn the unit on. There we go. Back working again. Off, on, off, on. There we go. All done, fixed. Simple. So if you're having any problems like that and you think it could be intermittent to do with your battery, or if it is intermittent and you don't know, try fiddling with your unit switched on. Open your battery catch up, and the bit there where it comes through, just play with the battery wire and see if it turns the unit on and off. If that's the case, and you've got the same problem as what I had here, and now you know how to fix it. Simple.